Alright, Ben Jacobson here with a Ben Jacobson accessory review this morning. What I wanted to show you really quick was how the iFi works in my Olympus OMD EM5. This is an iPhone 4, the older version. This is the OMD, and then it's got the regular 4GB SD iFi card in it. So there is an initial setup with the iFi that you do in your computer. You set a few options. The primary option you set is whether the iFi card transmits all files or just files that you've marked with the protect option within your camera. Personally, I set it to do the all files because I shoot RAW and it won't transfer RAWs off the OMD or my 5D Mark III that I'm recording this with. So by setting it to all, it only does the JPEGs that you've created on the camera, which for me, I can process in both these cameras. I can process RAWs into JPEGs, which then automatically get transmitted. So what I wanted to show you really quick, I've shot a couple shots on here on the OMD. So I'm gonna hit replay, and then let's just say we wanna use that one. So before I'm gonna use it, what I wanna do is I'm gonna go into the menu over here and just set up the options I want for the processing. With the OMD, you choose them here as if you're going to shoot with them, and then you can use them as you process. So I'm going to go and pick the pop art, and the only reason I'm picking this is just because it's really obvious with the frame it has and everything else. So we're going to OK that, and then what it does is when you press play here, we'll go over here to this one. And then what you do is you just press OK, and then it says raw data entry, raw data edit, sorry. So you just click OK, click yes, and it's now made a JPEG. And if you watch the corner, this is what it created here. And if we hit info one more time, you can see there's a little green flashing icon right there. That means it's trying to send it over iFi. So let's wake the iPhone up. And then we're going to go over to iFi and just see if it's coming in, and see how it says it's in direct mode and it's actually transferring that already. You'll notice it still says 3G in the corner, kind of hard to see, but even though it's connected via Wi-Fi to the iFi card, it keeps the 3G signal here, which means you can still send this out to Instagram, Facebook, whatever you want to do with it. And then I'll just show you in here, it just received that. So in settings, you can go into Wi-Fi and you can see right there it says iFi card and then some numbers. Those numbers mean it's my card, and you can see the pinwheel. The pinwheel never really goes away, and it never connects on to the bars never come up here. But obviously, as you just saw, it did transfer that file. So it's not that it doesn't do it, it's just that it doesn't show it and it doesn't give up the 3G connection. So it's just something to look out for. And like I said, on this OMD, it's hard to see, but right there next to my thumb is a little green symbol that, oops, it's a touchscreen, so I took a picture. But right there you can see orange right into the card, and now you can see, because it's shooting JPEGs right now, it's transferring that shot, so you can see it's coming over immediately right there. So yeah, benefit of a touchscreen is I just took another shot to demonstrate with. But there you go, it's in direct mode, it's transferring that across. Personally, I like to just, it's fun to Instagram stuff with a better camera, and it's just fun to kind of do as you're in the field, images to share with people. So I'm obviously recording this with the 5D Mark III. What I do with the 5D Mark III is I pop the card in this SD slot, obviously. I shoot to the CF card. I process on the CF card to a JPEG, and then the 5D has the ability to transfer or copy that image from, excuse me, from the CF card to the SD card, which is the iFi, and then the iFi will send it over to the phone. So that's just the settings I use to avoid dumping a million photos over to my phone. So that's, there's other options on ways to set this up. It's just how I do it. So hopefully this helps explain the iFi to some of you, because I know I didn't fully get it when I first got my, when I first heard of iFi, I didn't know how useful it may or may not be. The prices have finally come down enough to where it was an accessory I was too curious and too interesting not to try at this point. So this is Ben Jacobson with another Ben Jacobson gear review with the i5 4GB card. I hope that helps you guys figure out how it works. Thank you. Ben Jacobson here with the second half of my i5 review. I just wanted to walk you through really quick how I do it with the 5D Mark III. As I said earlier, I don't I send all JPEGs over because I don't shoot JPEGs, so I take a RAW in the camera and process it into the JPEG after I know I want to transfer it. So it's my way of not having everything go to the iPhone and fill my iPhone. So the first thing you need to do is you have to go into the play menu, the blue play menu. You're going to want to be in the the first tab of it, and at the bottom is raw image processing. So we're going to hit OK. It says up here RAW to JPEG, you hit set, so we're going to hit set. This brings up the options you can do when you do it. You can adjust the exposure, JPEG, or white balance, all that. So we're going to go in and do picture style. We're going to set it to landscape. We're going to go in and turn on the lighting optimizer. We're going to go in and set the image size to S2 because I don't need anything bigger than 1920 by 1280. And then we're going to turn on distortion correction, and then you go down here and it says save. You just hit set, and it then asks you a question, save as new file. You say okay. Excuse me. And then it says image saved in folder with number 100-0855. Return to the original image. So you say okay. So we could now process more. That one's done. So I only want to transfer this one. So we're going to hit that button again, menu. We're going to go to image copy. We're going to go select image. We got to go to the folder we want. We're going to, so right here it's asking you to checkbox it. So you hit set to checkbox it, and then you see down here it says rate means okay. So you actually hit the rate button to transfer it. Now it says copy to card to, select target folder or copy to. So we're going to say okay. And then the Olympus folder is because that card was used in my OMD to make its folder. So we're going to say, let me make sure that's in focus because it just jumped. There we go. So we're going to say Olympus, copy images, even though there's only one. It says one image, 1.4 megabytes. Okay, it made the image. So now we're going to come over here to the phone and see how well it's doing over here. And see, this is where the 5D is not as good as the Olympus in terms of transferring. So let's see if we go over here and we go to the i5 card, and now it's pinwheeling over here. So we're going to come back over here and go back to the i5 one, and now it's doing it. So I just had to kind of wake it up. Again, it still says 3G up there, and the file is now across in direct mode. So it seems like the 5D, for whatever reason, doesn't necessarily instantly jump over to the phone, but you can tell you'd hop into the Wi-Fi settings on your phone, tap the card, and then it starts going. So that's really all there is to it. This is not the only way to do it. If you just shot JPEGs, you could have them on that card. You could have them all come automatically. There's lots of options. I just like to control what's going to my phone so I don't fill my phone with 100 images. So that's how I like to do it, and I just wanted to show you guys how it works because I know there's a lot of questions. So hopefully that helps. Again, Ben Jacobson with an i5 Wi-Fi SD card review. Thank you very much.